Now, they said that before, they say it again. I guess that's another thing that's important. If they repeat it, you should probably listen. Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. Hope you've been having a great day. Hope every day is a blessed day for you and you and you and you and all y'all. So I'm getting ready to do a PSA submission. And I got my list done. I got my 10 cards. Okay. I figured that would be a good thing to start on. It's my first PSA card submission. I'm doing baseball cards. Now, PSA is having a special during February. $15.99 per card. Cards that are newer than 1993, so 1993 to now. And I figured, okay, I'll do a dig and see what I have and go from there. And I have my 10 cards, and I'll show those in a bit. But when you put together your list on PSAcard.com for your order, okay, there's a list of instructions. Now, I have heard some of these instructions, and some of them as pointers and that kind of stuff. But going through some of the instructions, there might be some stuff there that you don't know, because I didn't know it, and I maybe I'm overthinking it, but it raises some questions to me. So let me go through some of the steps, and towards I guess after this, I'm going to go through the cards I'm submitting, and then there's going to be a follow-up video somewhere down the road when I get these cards back to see if if I got what I thought I would, if maybe I should have chosen different cards, or whatever the case is. Anyway. So I popped in all 10 of my cards into their submission form, hit the submit button, and I got this paper or this thing on my computer screen back. And it says, your submission form has been successfully submitted. Please follow these next steps. So I figured I'd read what these next steps are. Step 1, arrange. So you ship cards safely and securely. No duh. I mean, you want to get them back, and you want them to get there. And if you think they're in like perfect PSA 10 condition, of course you want to ship them safely, securely, and all of that. But anyway, in protective pouches, yeah, okay. Not between bricks. Semi-rigid plastic pouches like the Card Saver One brand are recommended. Okay. Please do not submit unprotected cards and top loaders, screw down holders, or hard acrylic snap cases. Okay, I mean, I've seen other videos that talk about that and mention the Card Saver or something similar. So got those, got my cards in there. Let's continue. Do not place labels, stickers, or writing on the outside of each Card Saver. Now that's an important one, especially if there's any kind of notation you want to make to the card or something like that. When you set up your submission form, there's an area for comments. I guess in there you could put that you should know that, and I actually did that, and you'll see that when I show you my card and my paperwork and all that other stuff. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Important. Now, important in big capital letters. You say important. Okay, important. Put the collectibles in the order they appear on the submission form. Failing to do so will result in a 5% service charge on your order and longer processing time. Now, I'm just thinking about this, okay? If I submit one card, it's going to be in proper order. If I submit 2 cards, I guess somebody could think that they're out of order. I mean, let's look at A and B, okay? So they open my package and they find card B and A. Are those in order or out of order? Because if you just reverse the package, it would be A and B. And the same thing with 3 cards. As long as A, B, and C, as long as B is in the middle, aren't they in order? I mean, A, B, C, or C, B, A, same thing? Or, I mean, same thing with any number of cards. As long as they're following that A, B, C, D, E order, I mean, whether they're forward or reverse, that... Anyway, again, like I say, maybe I'm overthinking it, but the reason I'm overthinking it is it's a 5% surcharge. Okay, now let's just say that you have that ABC all the way through the alphabet, so that your total charges for submitting for grading are $1,000. And PSA sees those cards as out of order, it's an additional $50. I mean, 5%, $50. $50 is $50. I mean, you know what? That's a good, or good or whatever steak dinner. It's at least a couple few burgers or something like that. So, it's throwing money out the window. So it's anyway. Move on with that. Okay, step 2, packaging. Protect your items so they don't shift or get damaged in transit. I think that's very important. I mean, they're your cards. You want to make sure that they get where they're going protected, right? We suggest placing all of your items in proper order. And you know what? They put in proper order in parentheses in this. Again, what they said was important, and they say in proper order again. I guess that's a really big deal to them. Between 2 larger pieces of cardboard, securing the bundle with rubber bands. Okay, I guess that could be worked. And then after you do that, wrap the bundled items in bubble wrap or similar packing materials. Now, they don't say to tape the bubble wrap, but I'm going to be taping my bubble wrap also, just to make sure that it doesn't move or shift around. And then you're supposed to put your collectibles in an appropriately sized box using packing material, I guess, more bubble wrap or paper or whatever, those styrofoam bally things that occasionally I'll see and get, or whatever, just so that things don't shift around in there. Now, for Funko Pops, I'm not going to go into Funko Pops because I'm not doing Funko Pops, but maybe I'll do a video sometime on submitting Funko Pops because I haven't seen too many people do that. All right, on page 1 of all submission forms, okay, because they give you a submission form, something that goes into the box, type or write the total number of orders and the total number of items in the package. Okay, now, total number of orders. It could be that within one package, you're submitting more than one order. Okay, so if you're submitting 2 orders, you want to make sure that you put the number 2 so they know that there's 2 orders in there. I mean, they'd end up finding multiple forms and all of that anyway, so you'd think that they'd know that. But you know what? That's, I guess, their administrative stuff. I'm not going to ask. Now, you're supposed to include 2 copies of the submission form, 2 PSA copies of the submission form. There's 2 of them that they give. You're supposed to submit them both, including the item list and payment instructions. Now, I guess they keep one for their record, and I think maybe they send one back to you, or I don't know why they need 2 exactly the same, but they do. Okay, step 3 is agree. So your submission form indicates you've read and agreed to the PSA grading term conditions. So I guess once you ship them out, you agree to their terms. Step 4, print all pages from this submission and include PSA copy 1 and PSA copy 2 with your shipment. Now, they said that before. They say it again. I guess that's another thing that's important. If they repeat it, you should probably listen. All right, now, if this is the only order you're shipping in this package, also print the submission ID label that they give you below. So that's supposed to go on the outside of your box, okay? So there's a submission label that they give you, and you print that out. And then you print out your forms, and you get set to ship. Now, the outside code that they give you, that you're supposed to put on the outside of your package, it says, do not obscure the barcode with packing tape. So I guess they scan it in. So you want to make sure that you're not obscuring it, like no wrinkly tape or anything like that. I mean, I guess you could tape over it as long as you tape over it clearly. I'm going to, because I don't want it to get damaged in rain or wet or anything like that. So I'm going to tape over mine and see what happens. Now, we recommend using the carrier option shown below. Carrier options. It's basically USPS. It's going to a P.O. box. Now, there's also FedEx. Now, both of these addresses that I'm seeing are in California. One's to a P.O. box, and the other one is to CEU, that's Collectors Universe Receiving, in Santa Ana, California. The other one that USPS goes to is Newport Beach, California. Now, I find that interesting because from what I understand, they have a facility here in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. I'll be shipping from New Jersey. So why are they going to California unless California then gets all the packages, and they send some to Jersey for grading, and others stay in California, and if who knows if they have one in Kalamazoo or whatever else. But maybe they send them to Jersey, and Jersey people grade them, and then they send them back to you from Jersey, or I don't know. Or maybe people in California have to send them to the Jersey office just to waste time. I don't know. Anyway, next part of this, I am going to go through the cards that I'm submitting, and I guess the overall, because well, I'll step through the cards and the forms. Anyway, see you in a second. All right, I think that was about a second, maybe two. I don't know. Anyway, setting up in a little bit of a different area today because I got some stuff going on in my normal filming place. So anyway, all that being said, so this right here is my submission form now. As you see, there's a bunch of cards, and there's also the insured shipping charge. Okay, now that's what they send back to you. So $189.99 is my total charge. And let's see, as I said, these are trading cards, grading, February MLB special. So we'll put that to the side, And let's see, I'm going to go to the second submission form, because that's where the list of cards is. And you can see the list of cards that I have there. Now, as I mentioned, okay, there's a little area where you put comments, and I put one comment there as far as a Topps 2007 Ichiro. Now, the reason I put that is because I did not see that as ever having been graded by PSA. So I thought, you know what? In my mind, that would be a great card to have graded, especially since a lot of the cards that I'm grading, I'm looking to flip out. I mean, they're not exactly cards that I want to keep in my personal collection. And if, with the right grade and all that, and some of these cards in a PSA 10, anyway, I'll get into that. But now I have my cards in order, so I'm going to show them to you in the order that they're going to be submitted in, or that they're listed on the submission form. The first one is the Derek Jeter. Okay, now this is a 2007 Topps. Ooh, I'm seeing my reflection there. This is a 2007 Topps, and you can see Mickey Mantle and George Bush, so it's the rarer variety, and it is also the red back card. Now, the only card that shows on the PSAcard.com website that's ever been sold, PSA 10, Derek Jeter, George Bush, Mickey Mantle, redback. Okay, now I know that was back in 2021, I believe the sale was. It was a $7,500 sale. Now, if that card gets a PSA 10, I'm going to be flipping all over the place. However, if it gets a PSA 9, in my mind, it's still worth getting slabbed and then flipping out. Recent sales of that card in a PSA 9 have been somewhere around, I think it's 60 to 70 to maybe $80. So absolutely worth, in my mind, getting graded. PSA 8. Oh, boy. I'll be honest, I really don't want to see an 8 on any of these. If I do, well, you know what? Maybe I got to pay a little bit more attention. Now, I went over the edges, the corners, everything with a 10 power lens and the bright light, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything, and everything looks spot on to me. But maybe they're going to see something I didn't. I don't know. Card number 2. Okay, now I have a whole stack of these that I pulled. This is the Futures, Royal Rookies Futures, Miguel Cabrera pre-rookie card. Now again, in a PSA 10, y'all could look that up, but if I'm not mistaken, the recent sales is somewhere around $100, maybe $150. I unfortunately don't have PSAcard.com open right now, so I'm just going by mind. In a PSA 9, if I'm not mistaken, there's somewhere between $25 and $30, so still $15.99 plus the shipping, $18.99. If I eBay it or whatever, it'll be sold, and I'll break even at least. So now, this Ichiro is the one that I mentioned and I commented on. This is also 2007 Topps, okay, and it's the redback variety. Now, Again, the reason I'm submitting this one is it will be the first card graded by PSA. The first time that the Ichiro Redback has been graded by PSA. Now, to me, it's a significant thing that I'll be the first one sending it in. Woohoo! It's gonna be my first PSAcard.com, my first PSA submission, and this is gonna be the first time that they've gotten this for grading. So, hey, to me, that's pretty cool. Next one is another Derek Jeter from the 2007 set, and it's another Redback. Now, I opened a lot of hobby packs in previous videos, so I kind of lucked out and got a lot of great cards that are Redbacks. Okay, next one. This is the Joey Votto Chrome rookie card. Now, that is a great card from what I know, in a PSA 9 also. It's of a higher price than the slab. So, to me, again, any of these cards, PSA 9, PSA 10, even better. That one's a couple $100 in PSA 10. Even in a 9, it's still worth the slab. Still would be an easy flip. All right, now we are taking a look at the Chrome, and this is the X-Fractor Ken Griffey Jr., which is the harder to find, and it is in perfect condition. Hello, I see me there. Hello. Again, another great card to get graded, and yeah, there's some that are graded, but this is the higher valued of them, and from what I see, sales tend to be somewhat easy. The Bowman. Now, this is the foil variety. Now, this is very condition sensitive. I have gone over, again, with the lens, and I've made sure that there are no surface scratches, no surface issues, because even the most minor scratch on this card can drop it down a grade or two. So, figured that would be a great card to get done. Now, this is one, now, I would say almost all of those, except for, well, the Votto, no. These two right here. The Chromes, I did not open on video. All the other ones I've opened up on previous videos, so just wanted to make a mention of that. The others I had in a box of cards. The first video I did was about a box of card packs, a lot of junk wax and this and that I just accidentally or whatever found in my garage, and that kind of started this channel off. Since then, I've opened a ton of packs, and there were other cards that I had boxed up, packed up from back somewhere 2009, 2010, 2011, 2000, somewhere around that range, that I was buying up just boxes of cards, no individual cards, just boxes of cards that had some great stuff in it. Or just random stuff in it. There was one, like the next card I'm about to show you, that came from a box of almost all of the same brand, the same type of rookies that might not have had made it up to that point. This is the Freddie Freeman first Bowman card. Now, this is the gold card, the Freddie Freeman Gold. Again, really nice condition. Now, there were a few of those inside that box. And I guess by the time I bought that box, and I have no idea how much I paid for it, and there were several hundred cards in that box. So, no idea how much I paid for it or what exactly it was supposed to be, but I went through that recently and said, ooh, look, there's a bunch of Freemans, there's a bunch of other ones, no Kershaws, but still, some great cards. Now, this one right here, this is another Derek Jeter card, and if you notice, it's numbered 9 of 10. I don't know if I can get that focused. There we go. 9 of 10? Yep, 9 of 10. Now, I saw recently that a PSA 8 of that card sold for around $100. So, there was an ungraded copy of this card that I saw that actually was bidding on. If I'm not mistaken, it was number 2 of 10. That sold on eBay this past week, the same week that I'm filming this video, for I think it was $25 plus $4 shipping. So I figure if this one gets an 8, if it gets above an 8, well, even better. Anyway, the final card that I'm going to be doing here is another one from the '07 set. This is the Ken Griffey Jr., and one more time, it is a redback. So, those are the cards I'm going to be doing. And let's see how it goes. Now, I'm going to be sending these out this coming week. It's going to be the final week of February, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a 45-day turnaround from when they receive it or when they check it in. So we'll see in about a month and a half. I'll see you again in another video and see how this submission goes. And maybe I'll be ready to do another submission. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot of lessons from this submission to see maybe they see things I didn't see, or maybe, you know what, I actually saw things correctly. But I do think this is going to be a lot of fun just to see what I get on these. I mean, they say often that you can't get a PSA 10 from a pack. As I mentioned, almost all of these came from packs. So I think I can. I mean, again, sharp corners, sharp edges. In particular, the '07s can be tough. The 2007s can be really tough because of the black borders. But I noticed no chipping, no scratching, no nothing. Surfaces all look perfectly perfect to me. So anyway, we'll see what happens and go from there. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Make a comment down below. Let me know what you think as far as the card choices I have here. If you think that they'd be what you would choose for submission, or if you wouldn't have chosen these in particular, and let me know why. Either way, these are the ones that are going. And I will see y'all soon with these when they get returned, and I'll let you see what I got on the grades. Anyway, like I was saying, hope y'all enjoyed. I definitely appreciate you commenting, subscribing, thumbs upping, and all of that great stuff. Y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.